What's up, guys? It's Mr. Javid, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server, and we're back for Road to Top 10, guys. We're already at episode 7. Definitely going to be more consistent, as you can see. We're just one day apart with these, and I uploaded a video yesterday, which I highly, man, when I tell you, so many gems dropped. But yeah, so before we get started, I want to shout out my guy Simp right here. We had a he came to the Juster Jam channel, and he was, really struggling getting to 1700, which was a goal of his. And, we had a conversation, not just me and him, whatever, but just kind of everybody, because I remember a few more people came in. But the main thing with him was just sort of forgetting that losing is good and getting caught up on focusing that I'm not getting to my goal, and so just want to shout him out, and I'm sure he's gonna ping me that he's at 1800 soon. And so if you're somebody who's currently like, man, just feels like can't get it right. Did my phone just die? I guess so. Can't get it right. Yep, sure did. Can't get it right. Every result is in contribution to your desired results. So losing, winning, all of them contribute. When you understand that and you click clicks, then you'll be fine. Promise. So this is an interesting one. Entry hazards are very good. So I'd assume, well, it'd have to be either default Coco or default Landorus. If it's Landorus, a little better, because I have an interesting Como set. But yeah, entry hazards go a long way, and if that can go the way I want, then Blacephalon just goes crazy. I mean, my ghost types go crazy, period. Which spikes up, he doesn't guard well. At 2 KO, I think every member with Shadow Ball. My Tapu Fini is an interesting Taunt Nature's Madness. Default set, what else called? Do I want that? Whatever, I'll keep it as the team. We'll figure that out as we go. I can see the logic though, considering it still shuts down trend and whatnot. But the aim is to overwhelm with my ghost types. I also can really destroy him with Lander on Choice Band. And so it's going to come down to what. So we're going to aim for the Blacephalon Dragapult thing. I need a little bit of information about his team. He has 3 potential rockers, and so I doubt Landorus is a stealth rocker. So that leaves, well, what is the heat trend? And so it could be like Scarf Rocks or something. We'll see. That's something that I'm not completely certain on. The worst case scenario, value wise, for me is if it is anything, maybe Coco or Pex. Pex, maybe. Okay, so Tran is in tough spot, right? I don't want this poison, but I value rocks a little bit better. And if he just leaves it in, then I know what kind of player he is, right? So okay, just leaves the Tran in. I could have body pressed him there. Tran is something you don't want hit, but as I said, value wise, it made a lot bigger difference for me to come on leftovers. So it's leftovers Landorus, means it probably has defog. Okay, that gives me a lot of information. So he just commits to rocks, which to me, this is like his best Lando. If this dies, Lando just goes crazy. And so I'm building that up. I don't need my Como to win. It's nice to have for the Rillaboom, but it's not something I need. Position in the you'd never knock here. You'd Earthquake / U-turn. I'd assume U-turn. I'm gonna no, that's a little too much value for me. I'll be more patient. I'll go Landorus here. If he Earthquakes, that's best case scenario. Excellent. And so because this is ladder, I know he's gonna leave this Landorus into Toxic. The question is the Choice Band knockoff that I get here worth? Landorus being gone means that my Landorus destroys him, but I'll get Toxic. So I'm debating whether or not that's worth it, or I could U-turn pivot into... Man, I'm surprised he was just going to give me the Heatran. Or I can U-turn, pivot into Ferrothorn. He U-turns back out or Toxics, takes Rocky Helmet, and my Landorus is unscathed. Versus double knocking here, which would KO him if he not... No. I'll patience it out here. I'll just U-turn and go to my Ferrothorn. Either way, I'll get the spike up. If he Toxics, that's best case. Yeah, U-turn. So we get that Rocky and we force Stitch training, which is something we want anyway. This allows for us to go to Tapu Fini as he Magma Storms and misses. So this is a free Nature's Madness. Primarily because I'm expecting... Well, no. It's better to taunt here, predicting Ferrothorn. Not because Ferrothorn needs to be predicted, but I want to be careful of his Rillaboom at some point. I didn't want Toxapex coming in there, and because my spikes are going to go a long way. He goes for knockoff. My entry hazards are going to start going a long way here. As he's taunted, he's forced to knock off. 3 layers of spikes. I'm boots. 3 layers of spikes means I kill every member with Shadow Ball. This is leftovers. Yeah, he's playing the hazard game. Problem is you're super weak to Blacephalon, so that's not a game you win. And you're like super, yeah, you're like super Lando weak. So if he has Defog on this, he EQs there. Excellent. So we get to kill Lando, which means now we Earthquake freely. Rillaboom has to take so much damage upon every switch, and now it's not, oh, again, it's the Blacephalon, right? If I don't think he trusts that I'm choiced. He does trust that I'm choiced. And obviously this, well, I guess maybe I didn't respect the Coco enough. We'll see. Dazzling Gleams, obviously, and now he's gonna go for a Thunderbolt or a U-turn. I guess I could have respected the Coco a little bit more. I'm bluffing Choice Scarf, kind of. I mean, you never Dazzling Gleam here. I could have played this a little more cleanly. I'm playing it like I guarantee win, which I don't. If I U-turn here, I win, I think. Meaning, let me see. I'll need to know how much Coco takes from Dragapult Shadow Ball. Because if I U-turn any Dazzling Gleams, that's really bad. Rillaboom, no. Tapu, Coco, OU offensive pivot, Dragapult, Choice Specs. I'm playing this like I guarantee to win. So 72 minimum, which means I don't think Landorus's U-turn is doing that kind of damage. Landorus, OU, let's say Choice Band. U-turn does 25 to, actually it might. Okay, so he sacks Ferrothorn. It has knock, so this won't work, but it'll force him to go to Coco. Yeah, I didn't respect his Coco enough, but Coco can't kill me. So this this makes me bluff Choice. Well, I can't bluff Choice Scarf. It's obvious that I'm heavy duty boots. So I get a speed boost. I actually didn't expect speed. That actually helps a lot. Okay, bet. Yeah, speed's good. Is it helpful to defog? You know, obviously Earth Power is here, or Toxics. Should Earth Power. Finny coming in. I mean, Finny's core purpose is to take on the train. I'm just concerned whether I'm supporting a defog. Earth Power, yep. And so now we're looking at Pex, but Pex can't hurt me. So just Nature's Madness here. He's leaving in the Tran. So he was just like, okay, fuck it. So that means if he goes to Rillaboom or Coco here, this is great. Magma Storm. Let me think. If I were to defog here, Pex wouldn't take any damage. I wanted that Nature's Madness for my what's it called? For my Blacephalon. So that mattered. It would have forced Pex in, which is what I want. Because I want a situation where he can't. Yeah, I don't like how I played the end game. I didn't respect his Coco enough. And so I gave up my Ferrothorn thinking it's a guaranteed win, when that's not always true. So that Nature's Madness miss did, again, throw things off a bit, because I expected to go to, especially if this is SD. If this is SD, I'm fucked. Okay, so it's just Grassy Glide, and that looks banded. Do I need to double on Pex here? Let's say Pex comes in and I double to Landorus. No. And then I Quake into Blacephalon. Yeah, he Skulls probably. Yeah. Then I go to, if I go Dragapult here, yeah, I played this endgame sloppily. Maybe that was a choke, because it's not gonna do over half if he's Haze. So he's Toxic. Yeah, I played this really poorly. He Scalds for some reason, which may end up. No, he still wins. Yeah, I just threw the game, because he just Grassy Glides here, and for me to win, I'd need to crit him with Shadow Ball on his Coco. Yeah. One, I didn't respect Coco having boots. If Coco didn't have boots, I won the game. But these are things that, these are mistakes I can't be making in such a particularly in top 10, but in such easy games. So what should I have done there? I should not have. I played that game impatiently. I could have waited. So instead of like going all in with the hazards as early as I did, I could have just scouted out what his Coco was earlier and beat down a lot of his team, because I had the backbone to do so, right? Beat down a lot of his team and played the long game for Blacephalon. And so that's, I think, 4 losses now. So this is probably going to be a long, the team has the potential, so it's probably going to be a longer live. I do want to get to at least 1,600, and if I'm feeling the team enough, I'll try to play this to 1,700, no losses. But yeah, that was a horribly played game on my end. if I were to attempt to sweep, it would be Blacephalon here. I know, man, I cannot believe. But yeah, we're not gonna dwell too much on it. He guards well against Polt, but let me see if I'll let him TR with Hatterene. I'll let him Trick Room with Hatterene. Let me think if I U-turn with Landers. Let me see. I guess my fear is the Marowak. And I want to put him in a spot where he sacks his hazard control, which is the Hatterene. So what I'll do is Blacephalon. Blacephalon is my win con, but I know he'll boom after the Trick Room. Yeah. Or I think these things are on Misty Explosion. If it doesn't, then that sucks. Freeze and if he predicts the Thorn, good play. I wasn't sure if that was obvious enough. What's 156? No, I didn't think he'd oh, so it does learn. I just got fucking crushed. I was thinking like he has to Misty Explosion there. But apparently they run Mystical Fire too, so that's like really bad for me. That's like horrible for me. Como beats. Como is like one of my main things versus everything. And I need. Jesus, I just allowed him to absolutely get a lot of momentum. This Poltergeist here, he hits. Okay. So this allows for a free knock, quote unquote free. He doesn't know if I'm defensive Lando, so he'll likely go a hard crest, and I might be able to take his crest from him depending on how much bandit knock does. Man, but I have to get my mind right. I don't like making mistakes. I'm only playing like dumb well. Like he's managing his resources like super fucking well. Let me see. So at 15 things. Well, I guess he was managing his resources well. I don't know why he did that. That was like silly, but he was managing his resources really well. So to end this game, so Crest comes in. I could taunt this. If he's mental herb, let me think. What would Crest being toxic do for me? And what would come? I don't think he'd have. If I taunt, shuts down Trick Room. Dragapult is not useless, but certainly not like the biggest deal in the world. So I'll do is Rocks first, Limb Trick Room. And if he has something to hit me, I'm pretty sure this is where he'd use it. Yeah, okay. And that's lefties. Yep. And so now we're dealing with Leech Seed versus like potential Marowak. I could have knocked his item off there, but he never had to go to Marowak. And I actually don't want his Melmetal's item gone. Though, I guess you could make a case for that. So hopefully Como's defense plus Leech Seed and leftovers. Oh, he actually blitzed. I thought he Poltergeist there for sure. Poltergeist knocked me out. It's actually a really big misplay on his end. Poltergeist there, yeah. So, Como is a little better than Polt. It's a little better than Polt. I can taunt. I'll give him Dragapult. To him, he may think like, oh, he just like, he thought I was trying to outpredict him or something, but no, I wasn't. Is it best to sub here? Ah, he went to Porygon. Because he got the attack boost, it's not the worst thing in the world. Actually, no. Issues I gotta deal with the Melmetal, and it can double Iron Bash through the sub. I should have. Flamethrower would have killed from 20% too. I'm not thinking clearly. He just teleport, but I need this weekend. Trick Room. What's a Alola and Marowak? So Marowak always slower than me. So what I'll do is remove this thing's item. I mean, it just makes sense to sack Marowak here. I want to punish. You should sack Marowak here. I mean, even if he teleports, not the worst thing in the world. But like, I don't think you ever not sack Marowak here. And so I want to punish the Melmetal, but he doesn't. He teleports. And I'll just give him Como-O to Mel. He should just double Iron Bash. He can't. He's actually might be slower than me. But you'll never not double Iron Bash here. Sack Como-O. He actually superpowered. What? Unless he is. No way he's superpowered there. Unless he is not choice banded. So knock off, U-turn, you'd sack Marowak here and then go for TR. So I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna double back to my Ferrothorn on his Marowak sack. The reason I did that is because he just come back in with Melmetal here and go for a double Iron Bash on my Blacephalon. I can't have him do that. Which if he flinches, yeah. So he forced to go to Porygon, and there's no Trick Room up. So all I need to do is get stall out Trick Room and get Blacephalon in. So right here, because he can still go for what's his face, that move. What's it called? So let me think. I outspeed here. Spike. He twists the dimensions as expected. Gonna remove this thing's item. He actually teleports that turn. I don't get that. I mean, he guess he's just so like bothered by Ferrothorn. Yeah, I think the game is over now. Like if he superpowers, this game's over. If he double Iron Bashes, if he superpowers and I go Blacephalon, I Calm Mind. I can't kill Cress. But he should just double Iron Bash here. You never superpower. So if he double Iron Bashes, knocks out Landorus, which I still think you will. Then I think Blacephalon and Ferrothorn should do it. He might not kill me. Yeah, it's a roll. Yeah, which allows for me to U-turn out. Gives me Porygon. Yeah, and so now Blacephalon forces in the Crest, so I get that young hit off. And it forces his Melmetal to lock itself into double Iron Bash. Because he's just going to go for that Lunar Dance, the Trick Room, that Lunar Dance. So, Lunar Dance here. Bring back Melmetal to full. Yeah, I don't think double Iron Bash kills. He actually hard switches to Melmetal. I don't think I go take 76 from double Iron Bash, but even if I don't, yeah, unless he flinches, but he doesn't. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I gotta get. And I remember when Joey was doing roll. That's one of the things, right? Like when there's certain things that, and I know I haven't been as active, so like mistakes are going to be made. I don't mind mistakes in and of themselves. It's when they matter, right? If I was just laddering or it's whatever, but it's like certain things you just know, like jam, like you know way better. You know what I mean? And so those kind of mistakes irk the shit out of me sometimes. But he's fighting. I respect it. The problem is just that Blacephalon just wins. So, I gotta move on. But yeah, they're just certain things where I'm like, man, Like, that's just classic stuff. And then when you have an audience that expects you to be perfect, not that that matters too much, but I don't like. There's just certain things, man. It's one of those things, right? And even like, you know, high level players of anything, right? You know, when Messi or LeBron or whoever has their off games, and you're like, God damn, you know what I mean? And it's in the playoffs, and you're like, come on. But I'm human at the end of the day. And so that's just on me to go back to the drawing board and get some practice in. That guy has a Volcarona and he has a Dragapult. The reason those matters because Blacephalon can't sub-sweep. It could have if he didn't have the Infiltrator Dragapult. So let's break this down. What is Como-O's core purpose here? And I'm not going to play the games impatiently. Big mistake there, and I deserve to be punished for it. Como-O core purpose: shut Bisharp down, shut Rillaboom down. I remember classic Iron Defense Como. That was good. It helps with Melmetal, but it's not reliable versus that. Ferrothorn's core purpose is to assist with that Melmetal as well. And he's all grounded, so spikes go a long way for him versus him. Entry hazards as a whole. Finny is Taunt, Nature's Madness, Defog. So depending on what the Volk is, Finny might help with that. Gotta be careful of Volk. It's another Volk weak team. Very ground weak, but because of the Rillaboom, obviously it's not as simple as that. And so I'd assume my opponent is gonna go heavy on the Mamoswine. I don't really have anything to stop him from doing so because I don't have Scald on Finny, which is such a big deal. Yeah, this is a tough one. Primarily because after this Power Whip, he could Endeavor, and then we're staring down potentially Volcarona, which we don't want, obviously. So, how do I win this? Keep Como at full, and Dragapult might be able to sweep once this is gone, right? And so, even if I Power Whip, even if he Endeavors, he dies. And then I have no Blacephalon. I mean, I don't have any. And I free Volcarona, give a Volcarona a free switch to Quiver Dance. Is that worth it? If I just give him rocks here, I know what I can do. What I'm gonna do is Leech Seed here. Goes hard Rillaboom. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Especially if I kill it. Very surprised Rillaboom. That means he might not have rocks on this team. Or the band. That's so weird. Hopefully he U-turns. Superpower would suck, but it's a little early in the game. Como coming in here means we're staring down Dragapult, which means we're back to Ferrothorn. One prediction is over. Superpower never kills. But if I knock on Super, that doesn't get me that much value. But I want to catch his Volk. I don't want Volk coming in just freely on my Ferrothorn. Man, this is tough. I guess Dragapult is just far less threatening, man. So I'm going to pivot to my Landorus here. If he turns out into... Okay, that is Superpower. Okay. This is like best case. And it's Life Orb. Great. U-turn... I'll U-turn. He goes Hard Mammal. Okay, this is starting to look a lot better now. I don't trust this guy and his Mamoswine though. Not at all. Like, not at all. So many variables. So many variables. This dude, is he Rocky? No. Okay, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Unless he's like banded. I really don't know what to expect from Mamoswine. But he should have rocks. Man, And even if he goes Bishop, you know, I do have the Komo O. Yeah, this is not a easy game. Like the rest. But I could have definitely easily won the first game. I could have easily won the second one too. Yeah, okay. So I forced him to sack man. It's a mon that just has a lot of options. And I don't like that. Right? I don't want you to have options. I could see him doubling here. There's not too much that shuts down, but I could see him just knocking. I disagree with this completely. Unless he's going for hacks and he's jolly, and he's not. Yeah, that was a horrible swords dance. You never beat Komo unless you're going for hacks. Ever. So, yeah. Completely disagree with that. So this actually opens me up a lot because it gives me an opportunity to Finny, which doesn't give Volk the free switch. Volk is the main guy I'm trying to stop. And the way he went to his Dragapult just made me think like, okay, like homie's just going for like broke. He's like, you know, just dragging. Come on, are you fucking serious, dude? Jesus, that is tough, man. That is a huge crit. Because if he has flamethrower, because he's dragging darts here. Like if he has flamethrower on this, like, oh yes, but darts. How does it work? Do I have to be grounded for darts to be weak? Because I thought the mon that was grounded gets weakened. But I remember somebody in my comment section saying something like that, like maybe that wasn't accurate. Flamethrower does not kill me, but like as you can see, it's just a nightmare. Justice, so much fucking justice. Fire Blast might have killed me. Why is he not? He's clear body. I can lose now because he's clear body, and I knocked his life orb off. Well, life orb being knocked off means I don't die, but yeah, this I could have just, I technically probably just, depending on what his Volcarona is, because Finny got crit, like Finny would have killed his Pult and stopped Volk from just freely setting up the way it wants. Now, honestly, it depends if the Volk has like, if it's offensive psychic and the nature of his teams kind of suggests that, the game probably is over here. So I'm thinking, is it better to Leech Seed, have him die in 2, so that if Volk comes in and is Quiver Dance Psychic, I lose for sure. I'm gonna actually Leech Seed here. That way Pult doesn't get the free switch into Lando is Komo. It's one of the few things that can take a hit. Ugh. He's gonna Dragon Darts here, which is fine, but I don't have anything to hit it, like to take that hit. Hopefully Fire Blast though, but he should just Dragon Darts. He Fire Blast. Okay, all right. So homie choking. Bet. Like I shouldn't have any after the crit, like, which is why we have to think about what happens after we use a move, right? I'm surprised he went to Volk, considering I could be scarfed. Just gonna EQ though. Like what? Please fucking. Yeah, okay. God bless. I don't know why you'd ever set up Lando. Whew. Man. This is a nerve-wracking live. And it's not even necessarily the team, right? Like there's certain things that, like if you use a Komo, you know, it's not the best mon in the tier, right? And so you're gonna leave some stuff on the table. But there's certain matchups like with the Bishop right there where it's just very useful. Shit like this, where homie's just trying to cheese, is dangerous stuff. This motherfucker right here is a dangerous motherfucker. Blacephalon's really good though. I really don't know what to expect here, and that's dangerous. I know Slurpuff tends to belly drum. It could be Sticky Web though. Maybe Sticky Web. I'll take Sticky Web for sure. I'd stake Sticky Web for sure. Como's purpose. That Celesteela could sweep me by itself. So that's the biggest concern for me. Like a autotomized meteor beam, like just sweeps me. What to do? What would Slurpuff be able to do? Great, phenomenal lead. Well, that's if it's Scarf, which I'd assume it is, because like Dragapult is such a common lead situation. So I'd assume you'd want to keep Dragapult in check with this. I'm forced to Finny. Finny's matchup versus his team isn't the worst. So I mean, Draco's without Dark Pulsing, which implies he's either spexed and he didn't want to show me what his item was, because now you go to that electric thing, right? And so he goes Celesteela. Oh, bet. I'm knocking the fuck off. I am not playing with this thing. If it's Meteor Beam, offensive, okay, it's just leftovers. False Panic. I'll take that. I'll take that all day. Okay. That means the Slurpuff might be Sticky Web. Might not be Sticky Web in his belly drum. So how do I even win this? What's my win con here? He has such a weird team, right? But he has no fire resist. So like, if anything, Blacephalon, especially if he's just Scarf, Hydreigon, and he doesn't have Dark Pulse, then that's great for us. Knock off, Heavy Slam. I'm gonna double knock here. I think he might switch it out, but even then, it's not a big deal. So he predicts my Ferrothorn. So this guy seems like the type to just predict. What is his? I mean, it's lower ladder, but okay. I care far more about Stealth Rocks than him lead sheeting me. That's whatever to me. Not item low. I mean, attack low, which means like it seems like he doesn't give a fuck about my Blacephalon. But Dragapult's free here. Excellent, excellent. So Gourgeist, I know this thing can be choice banded. I don't see an item. He knows I'm spec, so he knows he will die. So I'd assume maybe Milk Tank coming out here. Como just makes the most sense. If it's like Choice Scarf or something. Okay, Milk Tank comes in. It's Heavy Duty Boots, Milk Tank. And so if I were my opponent, it doesn't matter. Ferrothorn's the man here. So Gourgeist, this thing learns Trick. This thing just can't be trusted, man. I don't trust it. Will-O-Wisp. What the fuck is going on? You'd figure, well, I don't give a fuck because Trick. What would they even want the Trick? Poltergeist. I think he's banded. Banded Geist. If that's the case, I want to knock here. Oh man, I'm lucky and bad. So he's Banded Geist, and he forfeits. Good riddance, my man, because your team was mad weird, and all it took was one off the cuff gimmick. This is the most dangerous. I think Joey and I joke about this all the time. Well, not I think. Joey and I joke about this all the time, right? 1500 to like 1600 to 1700 is the most dangerous part of the ladder. Not because they're the best players, but that's where people really are discovering themselves, right? They're like, they're good and they understand enough of the game, but they're also still using a lot of random stuff. Even in 1700 to a degree, but not as much. And so it's equally exciting and terrifying at the same time, because your boy got to make it through. Blacephalon is definitely my guy in this one. Grim. I'm facing all these like mono weak to Landers teams, but they always have a damn Rillaboom. Like mono, no ground resist. But if he just leads the Grimmsnarl, I entice him to taunt and I EQ kill, then that's a blessing. Bandit or Shiva doesn't make any sense. I just don't want to give him a free. Let's see. I assume Grimmsnarl, and again, I'm ideal situation. Get him to taunt, fearing rocks, and I get a EQ Oko. No, he reflects. Smart boy. So he's trying to set this up so that he can go to Volk, perhaps. That's part of why I don't want to go Finny here, because he's just gonna taunt me. But he's not gonna die. So Earthquake, he taunts here. Predicts rocks there. So that's 2 turns of reflect gone. Certainly screens. And then if I kill, he goes Volk. I do well over half. Or he could go, I do well over half, and then did I kill it with Polt? It just depends on what his Volk said. If it's bulky Volk, that won't work. No, if it's bulky Volk, I guess I just pivot back to Landers. All I need to do is not let it get to +2. Yeah, let me think. If I go to Finny, I guess it depends on whether or not he has Thunder Wave or Spirit Break. Offensive Volk forced to set up. Then Revenge Killer with Dragapult. That's his last setup sweeper. So he light screens here. Trying to entice his Volcarona. Because I'll still probably do like 65 if it's offensive. But if he goes to Urshifu and waste time with that, then that's fine. I'm pretty sure I could EQ here. To me, it makes sense. You turn, and if I stay, and you go to Rillaboom. But what I'll do is end up. You turn Psychic. If I go Finny, you go Volk. No. He bulks up. Which doesn't make sense to me. I can't risk him having Ice Punch. The Ice Punch doesn't make any sense as coverage here. Because I want to just go Polt and kill him. But unless this is Sash, I'm fine. Stealth Rock here to get him up. Toxic here. He's wasting his, unless he has a speed boosting move. Yeah. He might have been Sash. I don't know. Like right there, I could have went to he's gonna Surging Strike. I could have went Ferrothorn here, but yeah. Let's just make the correct play. So now he has no Ghost Resist, which is the position I wanted. Specs Pulse should knock him out from here. With Infiltrator Choice Specs, right? Urshifu has horrible special defense. So ideal situation is he goes Volk. Is that ideal? If he's offensive, maybe. Chomp. Scale Shot, weakening. You Scale Shot hard here every time, but that's fine. He Swords Danced. Swords Dance. All I need to do is stop Scale Shot. Yeah, as long as you can't Scale Shot, you're no one. You're no one. And if he's Life Orb, like if I double back to Lando, that's probably what you'd expect. If you go back to Lando, and I always stop Scale Shot, which is, let me think. If I go back to Lando and he SDs again, I'll go back to Finny. No. Yeah, I knew he'd SD again. That's fine. As long as you can't get a speed boost, Dragapult comes in. So I think I have enough ammo for Volk now. Yeah, let him knock me out. I probably should have went to Cephalon there, to be honest. Maybe not. I guess it doesn't truly matter. Blacephalon would have meant... So he's going for the luck. He got it. They always get it versus me. I don't know why. They always do. Misty Terrain means no hacks, which is good. And so now his best case, I think this would be SD. SD would be my concern. You'd Grassy Glide. If you're SD, you never kill Lando. I U-turn, go back to Blacephalon. If you U-turn on me, I have Lando in versus Volk. Grassy Glide. That is Life Orb, and it's a 2-hit KO. I don't like that, but that's fine as I go hard Polt. SD is good play, But how I Draco Meteor. Question is, does +1 glide kill Blacephalon? Homie's been playing well. +1 Life Orb glide. I might not even need to risk that because I can just go to, let me see, Rillaboom, OU Swords Dance, +1 Grassy Glide versus Blacephalon. OU usage, glide kills. Yeah, I did not expect glide to do 50 to me, to my Lando. That's fine though, unless he doubles to Volcarona here. That would be a king's play. So obviously his best case would be going to Volcarona here, but that's why I made the Ferrothorn play. I can go back to Landorus, even if he SDs, I can just knock him out with Blacephalon. Yeah. Blacephalon gets the KO versus the, what's his face? Just knock off here. Yeah. Okay, that's game. Because now I get a speed boost and you can't knock out. He has to quiver here. Oh, he's slower than me. Oh, that's not good that he... Drain Punch, Swords Dance. Well, I'm not here to remove the Life Orb. I don't want you having that. Waste a turn. Should just go for a Drain Punch here. I don't know why he Grassy Glided there. That's a misplay. Because obviously I'm just stalling out your terrain. That's my goal. Drain Punch. I knew it wouldn't kill, but you know, I could have crit, I guess. So I probably shouldn't have even risked that. But +2 without the Life Orb probably doesn't cut it. So high horsepower, yeah, it's over now because I stalled out your terrain. Man, that was closer than I'd like. That was closer than I'd like. But when I see Volt, my team is just so weak to that I can't play around. Like I have to play very precisely. They have to play very precisely. Let's see, let's grab one more to try to round it out at 1600. The Trick Room team again. Well, we played it once before, and so I know the Hatterene set at least. I brought it down to Sash, then he Mystical Terrain. No, I like how I played the last time. Meaning, you'll see what I mean in a sec. If he Misty Blooms or whatever the fuck that shit is called, there's no point in me. Oh, did I play the same guy? Is this the same guy? Cause he's playing fucking phenomenally. I could sub, which would mean then I'm staring down Crawdont, Flamethrower here. Let me think this through. I thought it was the same team, but not the same guy. So he thought this one through a little bit more. So if I TR and then go to Ferrothorn, that's guaranteed value to knock But then Marowak comes in and nabs a KO, which I don't want. If I go to Komo-O, no. How do I get value for sure? Your flamethrower doesn't do shit. Doesn't nab me any real 2-hit KOs that matter. So I know he's gonna TR. I'll have to subtly destroy him with this. I might have to make a read here, but maybe not. Like, because I know his Marowak's gonna go for Poltergeist, so I could knock, predicting the Marowak to Poltergeist. Because I'd knock his item off. Because I'd knock his item off, and the fact that Poltergeist isn't super effective, it wouldn't do shit, so my Ferrothorn would survive. This is a tricky game, no pun intended. He did well in he's gonna end up likely biting me in the back. If this is the same guy, then yes. Because you remember getting smacked by Blacephalon last time. But I don't know why he teleport there. Unless he wants the Marowak switch. But he goes to Melmetal, which to me is never the play. He's definitely double iron bashing. But Ferrothorn is just too important. Other than the Marowak, he doesn't have anything he can confidently beat it with. I just need to get these plays right. Superpower won't kill me. He just loses so much momentum if he superpowers. And I go to something that he doesn't want. Is that worth it in the long run though? For me at least. Double iron bash. If I go Lando, I eat 1. Finny lives a bash. Komo takes like 80. And then I'm dealing with oh, you know when a person's gonna do and you're thinking the long term. This is a road I can't. I'm gonna just make the good play. So I'll start Dragapult here. Why would you ever superpower there? That's a horrible play. You never superpower there. But hey, like this is what I'm talking about. Like after you make the decision, you have to deal with the consequences of whatever you did. Like that's like the most cliche thing. After you did the thing, you have to deal with the consequence. Like no shit, Sherlock. Gonna knock again. I don't know why he won't go to Hatterene. There you go. Excellent, excellent. And so he gets that TR back up. Kudos to you, my friend. Kudos to you, my friend. So I'm gonna pivot Lando. He actually mystical fires hard. Excellent. This is excellent, excellent. I do think he's gonna stay in. I think for me too, but I'll just U-turn here. Ugh, had him there. Had him there. The question is just does Power Whip? Man, I had him there. That's fine. Let him Trick Room. He either has to Misty Explosion here or Psychic if he has it. Finny takes a ton from Misty Explosion if he goes for a Healing Wish. Okay, Finny's the perfect mon to have it on a Healing Wish. Perfect mon. Because I don't die to double Iron Bash. And he goes Marrow though. What? I'm surprised by the Marrow, like for Marrow to be, unless he knew I didn't have. One, he risked the miss, but also unless he knows I don't have Scald. He obviously knocks me out here. I actually like Finny a little more. So if he misses a poltergeist, he's in deep Dongberry. Well, I guess I could have just sacked Finny twice in hindsight. Jesus, he crits me there, but I don't think that mattered. Crawdot makes a lot of sense here. My U-turn goes Crest. That's good for us. Keeps going to the Porygon on me. So he goes Porygon, that's Porygon slash. I'll double the Landers here. His Marowak is an issue because I don't have rocks up. Like, that's a real problem. Yeah, I knew he'd go Marrow. Oh fuck! King shit, boy. Oh, I forgot about the Healing Wish that was chilling. Oh no. Oh, that was some king shit right there, my man. I gotta give credit where credit is due. He's gonna SD though. Hopefully I get him here. If he blitzes, it's over. Yeah. He just thoroughly outplayed me this game. Like, he just thoroughly outplayed me this game. If I went Como there, it'd have been pretty bad for him. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, but he just thoroughly outplayed me this game. Blitzed, yeah. Now I have Taunt, which he doesn't know about. Doesn't know about Taunt. So Poltergeist is doing 18%. How much did it do to Lando? 21. Intimidate. Right, it's 12%. So I'm gonna do. It's a lot of health, but is that worth me not body press here? I keep spamming body press. No, I Toxic here. Toxic's the best play. Yeah. So I lose a lot of health, but as I say, he doesn't know I have Taunt unless the Trick Room. Yeah, the Healing Wish part, man. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about the Healing Wish component. So he's probably thinking all I need to do is get up Trick Room here. But also because he saved. Oh, yes. That's fucking great. Yes. I could see him doubling the Crawdont, but yeah. So right now, Flamethrower. Yeah, I can win now. If I get a sub up. I mean, you always Crab Hammer here. I sack Lando. He knocks. He's Life Orb too, which is good. I can win now. Especially if he sacks it. Okay, yeah. I can win now. Because all I do is go to, all I do is Taunt here. And go to Blacephalon and Calm Mind. You Moonblast. Or do I Calm Mind or do I Flamethrower twice? Calm Mind or Flamethrower twice? Nah, Flamethrower twice, predicting Porygon. That's so obvious though. If I Calm Mind and he goes Porygon, I think Calm Mind is the better play no matter what. Yeah, okay, excellent. He predicted me to predict his Porygon. Yeah. And now I don't think it matters. Let me think. If I Calm Mind and I don't one shot, I should have won. There's no way Porygon's taking a +2 at 50. Okay. So we seem to have wormed our way out of this one. There's no way with Eviolite gone, he's taking this at 50. I really should have just. There's really no reason to Flamethrower there. No way Chris was living, but okay. Unless he has unless Melmetal earns Aquajet. Okay. Guys, this was easily the most nerve-wracking live yet. And for entertainment purposes, it's a good live, right? You know, y'all get to ride the roller coaster with me as we are currently... We're currently 30-4. Which isn't a bad record or anything, right? I think if my goal was simply to get to top 10, no record, doesn't matter, blah, 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 then I just keep playing. Like, I can win the games, right? But we can't make slip-ups. And so I think I won 6 because I think we were 24. I won 6 and lost 1. And so next run, we're going to aim for 1,700 and then 1,800 and then 1,900 and then I think 1,900 or 2,000 is top 10, depending on how active the ladder is. So top 10 is 1,954 currently. So, yeah. Woo! I need my brain. Brain needs to ease. You need to ease my mind. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.